Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris, and this is my YouTube channel that I started, then kind of abandoned. Well, not abandoned, but just kind of stopped for a bit. Um, First two videos I did were religious-based videos, or Christian videos. First one was, what is salvation? How do you get saved? The second one's what to do after you get saved. But we're going to kind of switch gears. We're going to talk about we're going to do a tech review on this one. I know it's kind of weird, but that's what I envision this channel to be. It's just kind of somewhere I just kind of do what I'm feeling. And I noticed that, see a lot of people doing tech reviews. So I just figured I'd join in the fun, I guess. So this evening we're going to be reviewing a pair of noise canceling headphones. Now these are kind of the in thing in tech. Right now, it's not the in thing, but it's one of the in things. It's a device. These are devices that are getting more popular. Bose started the category with the I think the QC25s, which were wired, and then they kind of went to Bluetooth with the QC35s and so on. So now they got the NC700s, which you've been in a tech section at Walmart, or Target, or Best Buy, or any place you've seen the displays. It's kind of like a futuristic looking headphone. I wasn't that impressed with them for a few reasons, although they look great. But, so I tried them and returned them. They didn't really fit the need. But anyway, that's, So I wouldn't necessarily trust that Bose is the last name in audio. If you're somebody watching this, I suspect most people will probably find this on a search engine who would, be interested in this sort of thing. But if you're just a newbie, just watching because you happen to know me or just watch some of the other videos, like I said, some people like Bose, and that's fine. But Bose and Beats also, they're not necessarily the last word in these as other companies. Sony right now probably makes them, what's kind of the combination of mainstream popularity, such as it is, with noise canceling headphones and positive reviews, the XM3s, now the XM4s, which I'll also be reviewing at a later time. They're probably like, I'm not sure if they're the sales leader, but they kind of like combine both mainstream success, such as it is, and critical reviews. They're probably the ones that are on top right now. But we're not going to be reviewing those. We're going to be reviewing the Sennheiser Momentum 3s. Look right up there. It's going to be very unprofessional. Sennheiser Momentum 3s. This is the case they come in. It's so case is nice. It's not a hard case. It's not something you're going to want to stick at the bottom of your bag and expect them to be well protected. So, but it's a nice case. We'll protect them some. So, case is okay. And these are noise canceling headphones. Just means that they do what they say they do. They block out external sound. And I remember the first time I actually heard the Bose as a display at Best Buy. You put them on, it's talking to you about stuff and says, okay, turn the noise canceling off for a minute. You turn it off for a minute, and then there's this huge a rumbling engine sound that you didn't hear. Obviously, they calibrated to their strength, but still, these things, I'm not going to go too much into the tech specs because either you already know it or as far as the noise canceling capabilities, they do pretty good. They don't do as good as the XM4s or the Bose 700s. They don't do as good as the leaders in the field, but these are not necessarily. These headphones are great sounding headphones that also will cancel some noise for you to help you out with that. These are not the first choice to go on a plane and drown out the engines. These are not that. This is kind of like one where we're gonna have great sound and we're gonna be able to cancel some noise, not the other way around, which is what the Sony and Bose tend to do. They sound both in their own ways good, but these are nice. Okay, so noise canceling is on these is good, not as good as the Sony's. It's funny because in the gym, when I took these to the gym, because I kind of put them through their paces. I don't plan to use them at the gym because that's not particularly their strong suit. But I put them in, I brought them to the gym just to see how they would do. And actually, music sounded louder, like the music from outside sounded louder with the noise canceling on because it was canceling all the low sounds that wasn't interfering with it. So then it allowed free reign for the music to come. So again, this probably not for a noisy gym, probably not the thing. I think in airplanes would be really good because it does cancel a lot of the engines, that low rumbling sound. So I think if you're taking a flight or something, very, very comfortable. These headphones, I like putting them on. The only thing I will say about them is on this right here, you hear it say power on. That's all you have to do. I would turn them on. See, off, on, off, on. See, and there you go. And this thing right here kind of, yeah, kind of will sometimes slip, and then it causes this thing to kind of go off, so um, now, so the fits, okay, now we got, it comes with an app too, very basic app. I'll show it to you, but it does some things for you. Okay, it's should be connected. It takes a minute to connect to the app. Okay, so Momentum Wireless. You can see it's got a, it's backwards. This isn't a professional video, but it's got you got your noise canceling. Select the 3 different levels. You got your transparent hearing. You can actually you can actually set it so that you can it actually will amplify the sounds outside instead of suppress them. I mean, even more so than if you turned it off or didn't have them on. It actually kind of sets its microphone to actually you can hear instead of not hear, which is what the microphone's usually doing with noise canceling, is canceling them out. And you got an equalizer. It's two interesting equalizers. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. There's 2 interesting equalizers here. 2 interesting options. This is your typical equalizer, lows, mids, and highs. So I got that set so my old ears can hear the highs, and there's also this other thing right here. This dot. It's kind of interesting. Just kind of just kind of point, just kind of go up and down. You can just kind of see that's more highs, high highs, and low. Then the mids are like scooped out. You can also do like that and kind of get kind of somewhere in the middle, like that. Ooh, there's a big pump in there. So you kind of can play with that as well. So yeah. So, and that saves it to the headset, for those who don't know. It actually saves it to this. So like if you were to take this on another device, if you use this with another thing, that actually that equalizer would be in here. It's not on the phone. So, and basically, like I said, it's the app's okay, it works fine. The Bluetooth connection is pretty fine. I tried at the park, had a couple. Lately, my Bluetooth's been kind of moody anyway. Not too bad. It goes out a couple times. Sometimes if I put my phone in my pocket, it'll go out. It didn't see. I mean, it's hard for me to it didn't seem to have any more difficulty than I'm kind of having with any pair of headphones I brought to the park lately. Like the normal ones I bring, they kind of been a little glitchy at the park lately. Regardless, it might be the iPhone. Anyway, but the sound on these I want to describe, because again, you saw that I turned down the bass. Now, when you put these on at default, before you mess with the sound, you put them on at default, what you're going to get is you're going to get a really low bass on it. You're going to have a lot of bass on these. Okay, so these are kind of like beats in that way, is that in that general sense, you're going to get a lot of bass, a lot of thump, and it's going to be a good clean bass. It's really got kind of a throb to it. It's really nice. But you're also going to get your mids and your highs too. They're not going to be kind of drowned out. Like I had the Beats Studio 3s. I thought, well, they'll probably be good enough for, doing the gym. They're plasticky, but they're kind of durable. They kind of, I thought they, I got them on sale, $170, I think, like half price. I was like, I'll do this. I needed something for the gym. Didn't want to bring but just the sound was just too muffled. It just didn't do anything for me. I mean, they're a nice pair of headphones. It just didn't do anything for me. So, but these again, they have that bass. But again, you also have your like I said, it's a thumpy bass. It's a deep bass. It's not muffled. It's clear. It's really good solid bass. And then you got your mids, which are Sennheiser's known for their mids. Sennheiser's a well-regarded audio company for years and years. Bose is kind of like a company that's known more for innovation. It's not so much that they use technology to get great sound out of products you wouldn't think would get great sound from. So they're more technology more than actually, Sennheiser's more like, so they make great headphones and they've kind of adapted it. And the highs are clean. Probably the weakest part of the headphones is the highs, and might not be quite high, but they get up there. It's and then you can the equalizer is very effective to kind of tamp down that bass a little bit, like me, because I got these old ears. Put the highs up a little bit, get a real nice sound out of these. And also your sound stage. This is where you have where you get that kind of separation where it doesn't feel like it's all clustered in. Really, it's a really good sound stage. I mean, for Bluetooth headphones, these are some of the best sounding ones I have, as far as just quality of sound and everything. And because I also have the Sonys, which I prefer in some ways because it's more direct, more of a traditional kind of headphone, which I do kind of appreciate that they have more of a visceral sound, but these great quality sound, and when I bought two pairs of headphones, I was planning to see which one I was going to keep. I ended up keeping them both because they both have different strengths and weaknesses, and I just can swap between them. But these are really impressive, and I wasn't thinking of getting them until somebody says, you really think you're going to like these? So I give a hearty thumbs up to the Momentum 3s from Sennheiser. They're about a year old. You can get them on sale at Amazon now for $300. At least the time that I'm saying this, it could go up. Probably should go down. I mean, should kind of, they retail for 400. I got them for 300. They should kind of flip flop between the two. So just kind of look for a sale. You probably could do better than paying full price for them at this point. And like I said, they're about a year old, so they're not going to probably, like I said, you could find them for full price, but you could also find them for less. And I think I would kind of wait to sign them for less unless you heard about them, just have to have them right away. So that's what I got. Sennheiser Momentum 3 is a big thumbs up. Your music's going to sound great with these. They're wireless, the connection's great, they're comfortable. I mean, it's everything, and the noise canceling is fine. It's not great. Again, this is probably not the ones I would take to the gym. Those would be in-ear. Those would be like these in-ears, but I can't do these. See, these are really cute. See, but I can't do them. These AirPod Pros. That's another video though I might do later. AirPod Pros. I had some adventures with these over here. Just dealing with these. So I just kind of keep them there. They're nice for what they are. I don't want things in my ears. I finally figured out I can't. I don't like it, and they don't sound the way I want them to sound. They're just because the physics. They're just not going to have that deep bass sound. I mean, they can get to a point where you can do that with technology, but size matters in this case. So that's my video, and that's my first attempt at a headphone review. I'm no Jim Caddy or Jim's Review Room or some of the others that do headphone reviews. I forget their names. There's a bunch of them that so obviously I'm not going to really break into that market, but I figured I'd just give it a couple shots, as part of over. Maybe if somebody sees the video and then maybe sees some of the other stuff I do, maybe they'll like it. I don't know, but anyway, have a good night, everybody.